Now, let me ask you a question. When's the last time that you publicly praised something that privately you doubted or maybe even despised? When's the last time that you publicly promoted something that privately you weren't so sure of, privately maybe even you hated? When's the last time you became aware of your own hypocrisy in the snap of a moment? When's the last time you felt like a fraud? Bob and I were together with several of your pastors in November for the national gathering of North American pastors for our church planting network. And I had during that time with great friends, great food, great encouragement, intensive workshops as we're thinking about how to lead people on mission for God's glory. I had a moment that blew my mind wide open. I go to dinner with several friends. Bob wasn't part of that group. He wasn't cool enough to be part of that group. I don't know how I tagged along. But I'm having dinner with a group of friends, and in the midst of the conversation, as we're waiting for a table, my phone rings in my pocket. I know it's my wife because I have a custom vibration tone for my wife. And I'm like, hang on, this is my wife. I pull my phone out of my pocket, and this guy across from me rips into me. That's the dumbest thing. I can't believe you bought the iPhone 6. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't even fathom that anybody bought any of them. And then he moves into this section. We anticipated that everybody would only buy the 6 Plus. We never imagined that anyone would buy that phone. It's an idiotic phone. You're an idiot for buying it. We never even made enough of them because we thought we were going to sell way more 6 Pluses. And I stopped and I said, hey, pal, 2 things, okay? First of all, this isn't a religion for me. It's just a phone. I don't care. Second of all, I know it's a religion for a lot of people, but in my recollection, I don't think I have a memory of anybody referring to Apple in the corporate we. You've taken some serious ownership of this product, my friend. Maybe we need to talk about problems in your soul. And he said, no. I work for Apple. Oh, that makes more sense. Maybe before you jumped into the condescension, you could have brought a little clarity on the fact. He said, I work for Apple Corporate. I'm a lay elder, pastor in our church, and I just got the opportunity to be here. Okay, that's really helpful. Here's the kicker. Are you ready for the kicker? 3, 4, 5 minutes later, he gets the call from his wife. Hey, hang on just a second. This is my wife. And he pulls out from his pocket a droid. He pulls a droid out of his pocket. And I just everything fell apart for me. I said, no, don't even answer the phone for your wife. You got to explain this to me right now. How are we, who are so passionate about these things, how would we dare ever use a droid? Do you know what he says to me? In a moment of completely unveiled honesty. He says, man, to tell you the truth, I've lost faith in the platform. What a shocking moment. Now let me ask you this question, because our laughter betrays what's true in all of us. When's the last time you found yourself in that same moment? Publicly promoting, publicly professing, publicly praising something that in private you'd lost faith in. Maybe in private you'd grown to despise. That's exactly where lots of us are on a day in, day out basis when it comes to God himself. Now, some of you in this room, you're like, man, I'm not professing anything when it comes to God. I'm not praising anything when it comes to God. Okay, fine. What are you publicly praising and publicly selling that privately you've started to doubt and maybe even despise? Because see, that's where we find this man Zechariah in our text of Scripture this morning.